I made multiple six figures of sales and generate thousands of leads over the last 7 years, all by following extremely simple strategy called outreach. I'm Josen, and in this video, I will review all my framework, strategy, scripts around outreach and follow up these two main topics. And also at the same time, in this video, I will share with you three main topics, which are who should you reach out to, what should you talk to them, or what is the script that you can use to send to them, and more importantly, how can you follow up with them if they don't reply your message or did not buy from you. So let's just start with who should you reach out to? Okay, so this is the first thing that we want to talk about. Okay, who should you reach out to? Okay, so who can you reach out to, or who should you reach out to? First thing first, you should always reach out to your new friend, or it depends on which social media channel that you are targeting. If today you are targeting Facebook, then you need to reach out to your new friend. If today you are targeting IG, then you need to reach out to your new followers. If today you are using LinkedIn, then it is your new connection. Okay, this is the first thing. Okay, who should you reach out to? You should reach out to new friend, new followers, or new connection when it comes to LinkedIn. Okay, the next type of the person that you can reach out to, I call this as engagers. Engagers means what? Means the people that engage on your content. Either they like your post, either they comment on your post, or maybe they like share your post. Okay, all right. So Stephen, we have been outreaching a lot, but no one is going to website. Also, a lot of people are calling it a scam or pyramid scheme. How we get around this? No worries. I'm going to cover that later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The third type of the person that we reach out to, right, is your existing. It can be existing friends when it comes to Facebook. When it comes to IG, it can be existing followers. Or when it comes to LinkedIn, it is existing connection. Okay, all right. Existing friends, existing followers, existing connection. Okay. You do not need to complicate stuff. These are the three main type of the people that you should reach out to. Okay. If you want me to add in one more, you should also reach out to your existing customer as well. Maybe once per month, or maybe twice, maybe once in every 2 months. Okay, right? Do not need to complicate stuff. These are the main type of the person that we reach out to. Okay. So the next thing here is that, which is the key thing that we want to talk about today. Okay. Okay. So, Stephen, since you have done a lot of outreach, right? Would you mind to quickly share with me, like, what is your framework when it comes to outreach? Like, normally, like, what is your framework, or what is your strategy when it comes to outreach? Stephen, maybe can you unmute yourself and share with me so that I can have a better idea on how is your strategy looks like?
So when they are engaging with us on TikTok or liking our posts, we are sending them a message saying thanks for the like, or thanks for engaging with us, like that.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
saying, because we are on wealth and abundance,
Okay.
we are framing it around that and saying to them, basically, we have this opportunity. Would they like to visit the website? And then
Yeah. Got you.
from there onwards, would they like to book a call or something with us, but
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
don't think they're even going to the website unless is all our. Do you know if all our stuff is working on the website as such? Because whenever we go there, it just keeps saying 3 leads or something like that, and so we're assuming that they're not going there as such, so they don't even go and look, and
Okay.
then just ghost us basically.
Okay,
So,
got you. No worries. Okay. So here's the thing, okay? When it comes to outreach, right? Seriously saying, right? I don't think that you have done anything wrong, but I think that you have one missing step, which is the most important step, especially when it comes to cold outreach. Okay. Why am I saying this? Look, okay, this is not just for Stephen, but for other students here as well, right? The first thing that you should do when it comes to outreach is that you should always have a reason to start a conversation. Which just now Stephen done a great job. Like whenever someone interact on his post, he message them and say something like, thanks for liking my post. This is the right thing to do. Okay. So if today you are having a new friend, then you are going to tell them that great to connect with you. Right? If today you are having an engager, then you should tell them, hey, XYZ, thanks for liking my post. Okay. And then if today there's any existing friends, existing followers, just reach out to them. Find a reason. The reason even can be as simply as it had been a long time since we last talked. How is things going on your side? Okay. Right? Always a reason to start a conversation. Okay. The next key thing to do here is that, which is a very important thing to do, is that we call this as pre-frame for value. Pre-frame for value. What does it mean? It means that, okay, it means what? It means that you should ask a question. Write this down. The keyword here is a question. You should ask a question that is related to what do you do? Okay. So example, like Phyllis, today if you are doing a heart attack niche, right? After you start a conversation with someone, what you need to do next is that you need to pre-frame the conversation into heart attack this direction. But how do you do that? You do it in an asking question way. So when it comes to asking question, right, there are 3 main type of the question that you can ask. So what are the question? The first one, you can ask them about their current situation. The second one, you can ask them about their challenges or the problems that they are facing. And the third one, you can ask them is their goal and desire. Okay, right? This is very important. Okay, but don't ask all 3 questions. Just ask one question first. Okay. And then after that, it depends. If you think that asking one question is not enough information for you to move on to the next step, then you can ask the next question. Okay. So what is the next step? The next step here is that, which is also key thing that Stephen, you did not do it, is that you need to provide value first. This is key. before you pitch, right, you need to provide value first. Okay. Because why? This is cold outreach. Cold outreach is like when a man, right? He wants to ask a girl out for a date. That man need to give some value first. Unless today the woman come to the man. Right? So same thing, same theory here. When we outreach to people, right, we need to give people something first. So the key thing here is that, right? So that's why I always tell you guys this. Content is very important because content is not just for the purpose of creating content. Content is also for the purpose of nurturing. Content is also for the purpose for you to send to someone, especially when it comes to outreach. Okay. So when I say provide value, right? There are many things that you can do. I give you an example. You can redirect them to any free content. It could be your training. It could be your like a free training. It could be your short video content, but showing people how to do that thing. It could be scripts. It could be tracker. It could be ebook. It could be templates. It could be recipes. It doesn't matter what. The most important thing here is that the whole thing must be free. Okay. The whole thing must be free. All right. And also one key thing here, everyone write this down. After you send them a freebie, right, or value, you always want to end the conversation with this question. What is the question? The question is, you always want to ask them, what is your biggest takeaway? Or what are your thoughts? Okay. So if today, right, if I send a free content to my leads, I always say something like, here's the link to the free training. Let me know what is your biggest takeaway after you have done the training or after you have done watching the training. Okay. If let's just say that today you want to send that person the tracker, then you can say something like, here's the link to the tracker. Let me know, what do you think about this tracker after you have consumed it? Why do you want to end the question? Why do you want to end the conversation with a question? Simply because you always want to provide yourself a reason to continue the conversation later. Do you guys know this little trick here? This is very important. Because why? Because if let's just say that, right, if after 2 days, that lead did not reply your answer about this biggest takeaway question, then you can follow up with that person. You can say something like, hey XYZ, just here to follow up with you about your biggest takeaway when it comes to XYZ training or XYZ tracker. Okay. Follow me so far until right now. This is very important. Okay. All right. Then after that, after you have done this step, then only you do the next step, which is you pitch them something. So the pitching here can be you'd redirect them to a website. If not, you schedule a call together with them. This is just the framework. Okay. Just that easy. All right. But a few reminder here.
One question.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Okay. So do we give them free resources before we schedule a call with them?
Yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Because why? You want to provide them value first. You want to leave a good impression. right? This is the classic strategy. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next. Any other question from any other students here? This is just the framework. Let me tell you very honestly, right? The script is not the most important thing. The most important thing is the framework. Because if you can master the framework, right, you can easily use ChatGPT to create the script for you. But the main difference here is that if you don't understand the framework, then you wouldn't know how to create a good script. This is the key when it comes to the outreach game. Always remember this. Framework is more important than script. Okay. A few quick reminders, which I've done outreach game for more than 7 years right now. And we always realize this. Okay. The first important thing to remember, always end your sentence with a question. Even after you send them a website, you still want to end with a question. The question can be, are you ready to get started? Do you have any issue when it comes to serving the website? What is the conversion rate? For cold outreach, right? The benchmark that we want to always aim for, if you are very good, I would say 5%. But typically, we always want to aim for 3 to 5%. But when I say 3 to 5%, I'm not saying about 3 to 5% people going to your website. No. I'm saying about, it depends. If you want to get a buyer, out of 100 outreach, you want to get 3 to 5 buyers. If you want to get a strategy call, if you want to get people to schedule the call with you, out of 100 people, you want to get 3 to 5 calls. Okay. This is always the benchmark that we aim for. Okay. Average. All right. 3 to 5%. Okay. The next important reminder here is that the key is always the speed of the reply. The quicker you reply back your lead or your prospect, the better. The quicker you reply back your lead or your prospect, the better. Because the attention is high during that time. Okay. So speed of the reply is very, 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 very important. Okay. Right. The next thing here, next important tips is that the money is in the follow-up. Later, I'm going to share with you guys my strategy when it comes to follow-up. Okay. But when it comes to follow-up, right? It's okay. I don't want to do a survey. Okay. You know your own number. Okay. But I can tell you, in today's market, right? The benchmark is 7 to 14 follow-up. Okay. This is the benchmark. Yes. This is the market's benchmark today. Okay. 7 to 14 follow-up. Okay. So it's very, very, very important for you to master follow-up. Okay. Typically,
Wait, one explanation.
yeah, sorry.
Are you saying that we need to have 7 to 14 followers?
What is your
Are
question
you
for?
saying that
I'm
we
sorry because
need to
it's a
have
bit lagging.
7 to 14 followers, or we need to follow up one person 7 to 14?
No, you need to follow up. I mean, you need to follow up with one person at least 7 to 14 times. Okay. Did I answer your question? I am sorry because your site looks very lagging. Or is it my side? Other students, can you guys hear me okay? Yes, right? Okay, good. So yeah, Paul, my 7 to 14 follow-up here means that you need to follow up with one lead, one prospect for at least 7 to 14 times. At least. Minimum. Okay, all right? At least. Minimum. That is the reason why, right? If you guys pay attention, you guys will know that last week I talked about 7-11-4 rules. Can someone tell me what is 7-11-4 rules? I hope that you guys pay attention last week. 7-11-4 rules. Anyone here? Do you guys know what is 7-11-4 rules? Put in the Zoom chat for me while I'm taking a quick sip of water. So what is 7-11-4 rule? 7-11-4 rule here means is for the algorithm, yes, for sure. So what does it mean? It means that 7 hours of content, 11 touch points. So actually this 11 touch point means 11 follow-up. And then 4 different channels. Okay, 7-11-4 rules. Okay. Later, when it comes to follow-up, this rule is very, very, very important. Okay. How do you do that if they ghost you? No worries. Later, I'm going to show you the strategy. Okay. All right. Okay. So, one last important thing to remember when it comes to outreach is that, okay. Okay, one last important rule to remember here is that always recycle your list. This is a very, very important reminder to everyone here is that when I say recycle list is that, right? Let's just say today you have 1,000 Facebook friends, right? So your job is to talk to these 1,000 people the first round, and then after you done, you go back to the first person and then you continue until 1,000 again. Always recycle. Why this is very important is simply because, right, there are many reasons for this, but the first one is that if you do this exercise, right, you will never ever lack of people to reach out to. This is the first thing. Second thing here is that, right, sometimes the reason that people don't buy from you is because of timing issue. Maybe they are not ready for now, but maybe the next time you outreach to them, maybe they are ready, right? And one more important reason here is that please don't tell me that your outreach doesn't work unless today you have really reached out to at least 300 people. If you haven't reached out to even 300 people yet, please don't tell me that your script doesn't work or your strategy doesn't work. You need to reach out to at least 300 people. Okay. For me, seriously saying, I don't even track. I just reach out to 50 people per day. This is my number. I reach out to 50 people per day for 22 days per month. This is what I do every single month. 50 people per day for 22 days per month. Okay. And why is it that 22 days per month? Very simple. I want to protect my account. Why am I saying that I want to protect my account? Is that I always work 3 days and then I rest 1 day. Work 3 days, rest 1 day. Work 3 days, rest 1 day. Okay, right? So with that being said, any questions so far until right now before we move on to the follow-up? No? All good? Okay. Yeah, Phyllis, do you have a question for me?
Yes, you mentioned always recycle the list, and then the first one you said won't run out of people. I missed what you said for the second one, and the third was reach out to 300 people.
Yeah,
Was
the
there a
sec yeah,
second?
the second one is that maybe they don't have the time. I mean, maybe the timing is not the right timing for them to buy something right now. Okay, right?
And one more.
Yeah.
The 7 was content. What was the 11 and 4?
No worries. I am going to talk about this right now. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the follow up. Okay. So when it comes to follow up, right, I only follow one rules, which is the oops. Yeah. So right now, follow up. Okay. And I always just follow one rule. The rule is called 7-11-4 rules. Okay. This is the key part here. Okay. Okay, let's just talk about the first strategy of follow up that I implement a lot is this 7 here, which is 7 hours of content. So the key thing here is that, right, you want to use your content as a follow-up strategy. Okay. So my first follow-up strategy is the keyword called content. It doesn't matter today, someone stopped replying my message, someone ghosts me, someone just eventually just stop talking to me. Whenever I have any new content come out, which I think if this is something that is really, really, really benefit to them, I always send them a text. I always say something like, hey, XYZ Nim, I just came out a new training or new freebie that I think that is going to benefit you a lot. Would you love to check it out or not? It's 100% free. Okay. And when it comes to content follow-up, right? My frequency of doing that is that I do this once per week. If not, if you think that this is too aggressive, you can also do once every 2 weeks. Okay. Later we can talk more about frequency as well. Okay. Okay. So yes, content, right? Once per week. And then what are your thoughts about utilizing a chat room? What do you mean by a chat room? Let's start. Is it a group chat or is it like a broadcast channel or is it what?
The group chats, most I see that Facebook now has group chats.
Yes. The answer here is yes. Okay, because group chat is actually just like what? Just like email marketing, where you store everyone into one place. And then whenever you have any new training, the second strategy that I use a lot is a freebie. Whenever you have any new freebie, you want to make the announcement inside the group. You want to tell them, hey, this is the new stuff that I've came out. It's 100% free. Check it out. Okay. All right. So freebie, same thing. Exactly the same frequency. Once per week, once every 2 weeks. Okay. The third strategy that I use a lot is a webinar. If you guys don't want to create a pre-record content, if you guys don't want to create any freebie, you can also organize one webinar per week or one webinar every 2 weeks. Okay. Send an invitation. Just say something like, hey, XYZ Nim, this Thursday, 8 p.m. your time, I'm going to organize a webinar, free webinar called XYZ Training. I think that is going to benefit you a lot. Would you love to join? Remember, when it comes to follow-up game, right, you have nothing to lose. They are not going to kill you. You are not going to feel pain. You are not going to feel hurt. You just need to send a text message. All right? The fourth strategy here is virtual event, which my most favorite one is 5-day challenge. Okay, we don't have time for this, but I always do, so for webinar, right, once per week or once every 2 weeks. For 5-day challenge, you can do once per month or once every 2 months. Okay, right? Okay, so right now, let's just move on to the 11 touch point here. Okay. Okay, so for this 11 touch point, right, there are many, like, because just now all these 4 are actually already considered a touch point. But when it comes to this 11 touch point, right, I also love to do something like the short message. I call this as short message. Okay. So I'm gonna put inside the Zoom chat for you guys. Please, either you take a screenshot or either you write this down. It doesn't matter. Okay. But this is also what I love to do. Sometimes if you don't want to have any content follow-up, if you don't want to have any freebie follow-up, if you don't want to have any webinar follow-up or any virtual event follow-up, you can also use, I call this something as short message follow-up. I'm going to give you example. You can use this or example. Okay, the first example is that you can say something like following up on this. Okay, first example. Second thing, you can say bumping this message to the top of your inbox. Okay. Stephen, just now you asked, right? If someone ghosts you, what you can do is that you can reply back that message and say something like following up on this. Or you can reply back their message. You can say something like bumping this message to the top of your inbox, right? So the third example is that you can say something like just checking in on this. Okay, just checking in on this. Okay, this is another example as well. You can also say you can even as simple as you can just put a question mark. Okay, if you want, you can just put a question mark. Another one that we use a lot is that sometimes it depends on my mood, but sometimes I even use you alive question mark and then LOL. Okay, you alive question mark LOL. Right? Another thing that you can do is that you can also use GIF follow-up. Okay, like all those cute emojis, cute GIF, cute memes. You can also use those as your follow-up strategy as well. Okay, so you mix around. You mix around. There is no fixed strategy, but I'm providing you all these options. You just see which angle is the right angle for you to follow up with them. Okay, right? And then one more strategy that we use a lot is something called reoffer strategy. So what does it mean by reoffer? Reoffer here means that today, if you have a new offer coming out, you can use that as a reason to follow up with someone, right? Today, if you have a new pricing or if you have any promotion, right, you can also use that as your follow-up strategy or follow-up angles. New pricing, new promotion. Today, if you have a new payment plan, you can also use that as a follow-up strategy as well, right? Even as simple as new testimonial. You can also use that as a follow-up strategy. Okay. One more thing that I love to do a lot is that is a new bonuses. Okay. If you have a new bonuses for people, if you have a new stuff that you can give it to them for lower price, for cheaper price, you can also use that as a follow-up strategy or any promotion, any pricing reduction. One more strategy that you can also use is that when it comes to reoffer, you can do something called holiday special. Right? If there's any holiday special, okay, Yeah, there are many things that we can do. Okay. So when it comes to channel, 4 here means channel. So for the channel here is that for us, we mainly use all these channels. The first one, for sure, Facebook. It can be Messenger, it can be your profile, your page, your group, TikTok. Remember here, your goal is to get them to join as many channels as you can. Okay. So you don't want to just get them to join your Facebook. You also want to get them to follow you on TikTok, on IG. Me, myself, personally, I don't do any LinkedIn, but you can also do LinkedIn if you want. You can do WhatsApp. You can do Telegram. You can do email. There are many things that you can do. You can do Facebook group. You can do just now, like what Lester mentioned, the chat room. Okay. There are many things, many channels that you could think of. But one word of advice here is that, right? If you are just starting out, please don't focus more than 5 channels. That will be way too much for you. Okay, if you're just starting out, I would recommend you just go for 1 to 3 channels. It's already more than enough for you to get started. Okay, just 1 to 3 channels. That's all you need. Okay, all right. So I can start promoting Reconnect with your family this Christmas. Absolutely, there's a good reason for you to follow up with someone. Instead, right? In fact, what you can do is that, Paul, very simple. Like, how can you apply this thing? Let's just say today, I mean, if I'm selling your offer, right? Okay, let me show you how am I going to implement this. So today, right? Let's just say that if I'm reaching out to one of my new friend, right? I can say, hey, maybe my new friend called, let's just say my new friend called Jessica. Okay, I can say, hey Jessica, great to connect with you here through Facebook. How is things going on your side? And then Jessica is going to tell me, that, well, I'm doing good. So far so good. And I'm going to ask Jessica, so by the way, Jessica, Christmas is coming soon, right? How are you going to enjoy your Christmas? How are you going to celebrate it? If Jessica said, I don't really have any idea on how am I going to celebrate Christmas, then I can provide value. I can say, well, Jessica, maybe I have a free checklist where inside that checklist, I don't think that checklist is a right freebie, but you can say something like, well, I have a list, maybe I have a list of 50 things or 50 ways that you can celebrate your Christmas. Do you want to get that list or not? Can I send you the list or not? Okay. So if Jessica say yes, you can send it to me, then you want to send Jessica the list, right? I'm going to tell Jessica, hey, this is the list. Let me know what do you think about the list. And I can guarantee you 80% of the time people are going to say that your list is good. And then after that you can say, well, Jessica, I want to know you more. Why don't we jump on a quick 30 minutes Zoom call together so that we can connect with each other in a much more deeper level. And after that, you do your discovery call or you do your strategy call. And after that, you sell Jessica your service. Boom. Okay. All right. Yeah, basically this is a strategy. Okay. Anyway, that's all for this outreach video. However, if you want to apply my whole system that will automatically get you 20 to 30 new customers and downlines every single month, click the link in description below or the link in the first comment. Once again, I'm Josen and I'm going to see you in the next video.